This is a delicious pot of silky beans. You can pair with anything of your choice, and trust me, it won't give you heartburn. Hey food lovers, I'm Peace, and this is my YouTube channel, This Cuisine. As usual, I'll be taking you through the ingredients I'll be using to make this recipe. I'll be making use of white beans. Please feel free to use any beans of your choice. I'll be making use of onions. I'll be making use of crayfish powder. This is dry prawns powder. This is totally optional, but I love the taste of it in my food. I'll be making use of meat stock. I'll be making use of pepper mix. This is a combination of tatashe, shombo, and scotch bonnet peppers. I love peppers in my beans. I'll be making use of palm oil, and I'll be making use of salt to taste. And lastly, I'll be making use of seasoning powder. So let's get into it. Now, into a pot of boiling water, we are going to add our well selected beans. I'm going to put that in and cover to cook for some minutes. After some minutes, we are going to check on that beans and want to remove the water. We are basically parboiling the beans. This is the trick. You want to parboil your beans to prevent you having heartburn after eating beans. You want to remove the first water, okay? Once I'm done sieving out the first water, I'm going to add clean water into the pot and put on fire. Now my water is already hot, and I'm going to introduce the parboiled beans into the pot. I'm going to add meat stock. I'm going to add onions, and I'm going to add salt. You want to do this to get a delicious and flavorful beans, okay? After doing that, I'm going to stir, cover my pot, and allow my beans to cook properly till it's tender and ready. I'm going to check on the beans, and as you can see, it's properly cooked and it's tender, okay? Now the next thing we want to do is to set the pot aside. Introduce the new pot to pan, and I'm going to be adding my palm oil. I'm going to add a reasonable quantity and allow that to be hot just like this. I'm going to go in with my onions. I'm going to allow to fry for some minutes. My onions has been fried for some minutes, and I'm going to introduce the pepper mix. I'm going to stir this and allow my pepper mix to fry very well. Please, you want to exercise some patience so your pepper mix can fry well, okay? You will know your pepper mix is already fried when it's looking like this. I'm going to add in my seasoning powder and salt, and I'm just going to stir this and allow to steam properly. After that process, we are going to introduce our already cooked and tender beans into the pot, and we are going to stir that properly. We are done stirring that now, and our beans is already coming together. I'm going to introduce the other ingredients, which is my dry prawn powder. This is optional, like I said. I'm going to introduce my crayfish powder, and after introducing all that, I'm going to give this a generous stir and allow to cook. just a minute. I'm going to check on the beans, and as you can see, it's ready. This beans is looking silky and delicious. You don't want a strong bean, so you have to allow your beans to cook properly. When you cook your beans this way, there's no reason why you should have a heartburn after eating this. You can pair this with anything of your choice. So I served mine to perfection, as you can see, and it was extremely delicious. I also paired my beans with some fried plantain. Thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.